Hello Good morning สวัสดีจ้าสวัสดีทุกท่านยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการไม่มีชื่ออะไม่มีอะไรนั่นแหละสวัสดีครับผมไม่ได้ไลฟ์2 สัปดาห์เนาะโอ้ my god เสียงดังมากขออภัยผมปิดไมค์แป๊บนึงนะอุ๊บโอเคผมไม่ได้ไลฟ์2 สัปดาห์นะครับเนื่องจากว่าถ้าใครที่อยู่ในดิสน่าจะรู้แล้วนะครับว่าผมมีไปทำธุระนะครับช่วง2 สัปดาห์ที่แล้วแต่ว่าตอนนี้ก็ว่างแล้วนะครับก็จะเริ่มกลับมาทำงานขั้นแรกผมก็ต้องเปลี่ยนหน้าจอก่อนแล้วเนาะวิ่งนี่เรามีหน้าจอใหม่แล้วนะก็โปรเจกต์อะไรเป็นโปรเจกต์มหาลัยครับตอนนี้ผมอยู่ปี 4เนาะก็จะต้องเริ่มทำส่วนของมันไม่เชิงทีสิทธ์อะเท่าที่ผมไปทำความเข้าใจมาคือไม่เชิงทีสิสเป็นแค่มินิโปรเจกต์ไม่จำเป็นต้องใหญ่ขนาดทีสิสครับก็ให้ทำอะไรก็ได้ที่เกี่ยวข้องกับเรื่องที่ตัวเราฝึกงานคือมอผมอะปี 4ก็คือฝึกงานทั้งปีนะครับมันจะไม่เหมือนมออื่นเนาะที่มออื่นเขาก็จะแบบว่าฝึกงานเทอมนึงอย่างนั้นอะของผมไม่ใช่นะครับของผมก็คือฝึกแม่งทั้งปีเลยนะไม่ต้องทำคนอะไรเลยนะฝึกงานอย่างเดียวนะผมก็ตัดสินใจว่าจะทำแอนิเมชันไม่เชิงเป็นเรื่องสั้นนะครับเป็นแค่ PV เนาะก็จะเป็นเหมือนกับเอางานมารวมๆกันยัดกันลงไปประมาณนั้นซึ่งไลฟ์วันนี้ผมจะทำคัทที่มันเป็นอันนี้คุณเราอาจจะดูกันไม่ออกเนาะ ผมคิดว่าผมก็ดูไม่ออกเหมือนกันมันคืออะไรนะมันคือมันเรียกว่าอะไรทอร์นาโดนะอันนี้ทอร์นาโดผมนะอันนี้ผมแพลนว่าจะทำใน after 100%ไปเลยครับคิดว่าทำได้เพราะว่าก็ไอตัวเอฟเฟกต์ทอร์นาโดนี่หลายคนทำกันมาละนะครับผมก็คิดว่าน่าจะไม่มีอะไรเราน่าจะนั่งทำกันชิวๆวันนี้เริ่มเลยแล้วกันนะเพื่อไม่เป็นการเสียเวลานะผมเปิดตัวคาร์เน็กมาด้วยนะเนี่ยไอตัวฟ้าๆนี่เห็นไหมจะได้ดูง่ายๆนะครับว่าผมกดปุ่มอะไรโอเคเราก็ต้องมีเบสิกหลักสุดก็คือถ้าจะทำพวกเอฟเฟกต์ 3D ก็ต้องใช้กล้องนะครับแล้วก็ตัวของเอฟเฟกต์ที่มันเป็น 3D ไอพวก After Effects พวกนี้ครับมันจะมีลิสต์ของเอฟเฟกต์ที่มันจะมีตัวเนี่ยกล่องตัวนี้ครับไอ้กล่องนี่หมายความว่ามันเป็นเอฟเฟกต์ 3D หมายความว่าเราสามารถแบบคลิกขวานิ้วแล้วเอากล้องเข้ามาได้แล้วเราก็สามารถที่จะแบบเลื่อนเข้าเลื่อนออกเลื่อนขึ้นเลื่อนลงอย่างเงี้ยครับมันก็จะเป็น 3D จริงๆประมาณนี้นะครับทีนี้ผมจะยังไม่เริ่มจากการจับอะไรพวกนี้ก่อนแต่ว่าจะเริ่มจากการสร้างตัวทอร์นาโดขึ้นมาก่อนนะครับก็ใช้ซิลินเดอร์เอานี่ออกก่อนแล้วกันเก็บไว้ก็ดีนี่อันนี้ต้องเอาไว้ข้างบนนะนี่ตัวทอร์นาโดผมอยากให้มันออกไปทาง Stylize นิดนึงแบบนี้แล้วผมก็ไปที่ Cylinder Outside เป็นไหมดูกันผิดอันต้องเอานี้ไว้ข้างบนก็ว่ามันข้างในมันหายโอเคมาอันนี้ออกทีนี้เราได้อันนี้แล้วผมก็จะฟิลแล้วก็มาที่ noise ตัวนี้ก็ลดความชัดมันลงฟิลยัดข้างบนก็ได้จะได้มีมิติ ทีนี้มันจะมีวิธีแอบในตัวรอยต่อตรงนี้อยู่ก็คือเราดัดแกน y ครับไปที่90องศารอยต่อมันจะหายแล้วก็ขยับโรเทชันเอาก็ได้เหมือนกันโอเคเราได้แบบตรงนี้ละครับทีนี้ผมต้องลองเทสอะไรสักอย่างหน่อยขอลองดูนี่ครับผมไม่รู้ว่ามันจะเวิร์กไหมได้อยู่นะโอเคได้อยู่ก็ทำอันนี้เป็นกลวยที่ผมต้องการคือให้มันเป็นกลวยก็อย่างนี้ก็ได้วิธีขี้หมาขี้แมวนะครับแล้วก็ลิกแม่งได้ละโอเคได้กลวยละทีนี้ผมขอลองหมุนกล้องนิดนึงแต่ละหมุนมันก็จะขึ้นเตือนขึ้นมาขอผมดูผมว่าไม่เวิร์กไม่เวิร์กโอเคไม่ได้หรือว่าได้อีกพร้อมก่อนได้ไหมได้ไหมไม่น่าได้โอเคงั้นอย่างนี้ไม่ได้ไม่เป็นไรมีอีกวิธีนั่นคือใช้ตัวนี้แทนตัวนี้เสริมไปก่อนเข้าเชฟในไปก่อนสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับผมฮัลโหล good morning โอเคมันก็จะยึกยือน่าจะเร็วไปผมก็ทำ tornado นะ tornado นี่น่าจะเป็นเอฟเฟกต์ที่คนทำกันหลายคนละเท่าที่ผมเห็นมีแต่ผมที่ไม่เริ่มทำสักทีนะผมเป็นหัวแถวแล้วตอนนี้ต้องเริ่มทำละโอเคตอนนี้เราได้นี้แล้วก็ทีนี้ปัญหาที่เราเจออยู่ตอนนี้ก็คือมันตัวเชฟมันแข็งทื่อเกินก็ต้องใช้ตัวนี้ยัดข้างบนยัดข้างนอกอีกรอบประมาณนี้ทีนี้ผมต้องขอลองหมุนกล้องได้ไหมลองดูผมว่าได้ไม่ได้ต่างกันได้โอเคงั้นวิธีนี้ได้ร้อยใช้เทอร์โบเลนนี้เป็นตัวนี้เฉยๆแล้วก็มันต้องใช้วาร์ปแต่ว่าตัวไหนดีมาดูกัน BCR วาร์ปยังไงก็ต้องใช้วาร์ปเพื่อทำให้เชฟบนกับล่างไม่เท่ากันใช้วิธีไหนนั่นอีกเรื่องหนึ่งอย่างนี้ได้ไหมวิธีเดิมแต่ว่าผมว่าได้ได้อยู่โอเคเราได้เชฟละแต่หน้าตาฮาๆประมาณนี้ทีนี้ก็หมุนมันตัวหมุนอยู่ไหนวะหมุนโฮลี่เร็วมากหมุนอย่างนี้ไม่ได้อ๋อไม่ใช่หมุนต้องเป็นอันนี้เมาส์แล้วผมลืมหมุนตัวนี้อันนี้ต้องค่าบวกใช่ไหมโอเคสเต็ปเร็วกว่านี้ได้ละโอเคทีนี้ต้องทำเลเยอร์ซ้อนกัน ำเลเยอร์ซ้อนกันที่ผมกำลังคิดอยู่คือมันจะซ้อนกันได้ไหมไม่รู้ก็ต้องลองดูทรงอย่างนี้คือไม่ได้แต่ว่าถ้าใช้ซิลินเดอร์มันมีวิธีแก้อยู่งั้นเอาเป็นว่าอันนี้ให้เป็นแกนแล้วกันเบื้องต้นเดี๋ยวผมขอเปิดเลฟดูแบบโคตรพอดีผมไม่เคยทำไอตัวทอร์นาโดดูหาเลฟดูกันแล้วกันฮะเราต้องบิดมันด้วยนี่หว่าเนาะเลฟที่กูเซฟไว้มันอยู่ไหนแล้วน้องเบาสักครู่นะผู้ชมทั้งหลายจะมีแกนด้านในกับแกนด้านนอกโอเคงั้นผมใช้นี่เป็นเลฟไปแล้วกัน Cheeseburger hello yeah I just realized that I've been speaking my native language for a while hello and well for this live stream well I'm working on my college project right now so I'm on my 4th year we have to do like a small version of like an animation thesis so for me I am doing like a more visual effects focused stuff yeah I would like to make like an animation PV and right now I am experimenting with the tornado effects I've seen many people made like this type of like an effects in After Effects for quite a while like Setter he did it so I would like to do it myself because I have never did this before so I would like to try right now we have this is going to be like an eye of a tornado like in the inside part still haven't figured out what like kind of style that I would like this to go it's going to be more in like an anime style but like I am still figuring things out right now no it's fine just enjoy yeah thank you yeah, but I'm going to like speak from time to time so right now I am finding a reference because I don't really know how should I approach this without like any images I'm finding some inspiration so I think the only way that we have or the only way that we can make it look beautiful is we have to like stack many layers onto each of this and I suspect that there's going to be around 50 layers stacked onto each other because like in the cylinder you have an option to render only outside and inside right so I have to utilize this so like on the 25 layers is going to be on the outside and another 25 is going to be on the inside it's going to be very big comp I suggest okay so let's try I'm going to make an inside first okay I'm going to not use a fill but use this one instead I would like to make like a red tornado this is something that I had in mind something like this I don't really like the black part right here or maybe I can just use fill right here and duplicate this one up and use this to create like a gradient on the outside like on the edge, I mean. I'll use white here. Doesn't look that good, eh? Gotta think for a while. So this doesn't work. Okay. Oh. Or I can try to play with a vector blur bit. Let's see. I cannot put this outside. It had to be inside. Play with the settings. Okay. The texture is more scattered. More like a glass. But it works fine for now. Let's see. So we need this up part. Or maybe I can just go to the subsettings and wait. Holy, what is this? Alright, so this randomize the shape or just make the scale a bit smaller, I think. I love this texture so far, but there are a lot of stuff that I have to work next, so let's go to here. Alright, so this is going to be like the outline of our tornado. Going to put a expression in. Let's see. Going to put this to 2 seconds for now. Okay. Right, so I'm going to start layering. We'll duplicate this and let's make like a gradient background. Save. Okay, now we have this. Right, so this is the duplicate layer. Increase the scale. And I'm going to put this to render only on the outside. Okay. Change this color to like a dust. This one I'm going to use a colorama for this. Recycle. I mean, maybe we can use a copper. Nope. Fire, smoke. Or I can just set this to black color, I think. Since we are doing this in the anime style, I think it's going to be much better if we just do like this single shade layer. Or maybe we can use a ramp. Forgot about ramp. Yeah. Jordan ramp is going to be much better, I think. Set this to dark. Swap the color. Background is too dark, cannot see. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Wait, what? What am I doing? Hold on. Inflate, twist, squeeze. Shell upper. I am trying to find some distortion that's going to fit with the tornado shape. Huh. Maybe you are. Hold on. It kind of makes the shape a bit smaller. Don't really like that. Like it's kind of fitting with the shape. Yeah, the shape is right. The shape is good. This one is good. This is something I want. The only problem is it makes this a bit smaller. So just going to, yeah, something like that. I have to check with the camera. I think we can just move the camera in. Yeah, kind of. I have to find the limitations of this first. Okay, so that's the problem. You cannot move it much further than like here or here. That's gonna be a problem. Maybe we can sheet this. Can we? It has to move. Oh yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, so I guess the only way that it's going to work is I pre-comp this. I have to pre-comp this first. Just use the camera in here. Okay, put this out. Like so. And then I have to manually adjust this myself. I don't really want to do this because it's going to mess with a perspective a lot. Huh. Okay. I bought your course on Colossus, so I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. I really had fun making the course. Alright. This is going to be hard. This one is really hard. I guess this one is the... Not I guess. I think this one is the most hardest one so far. The most hard at work, this one. 100%. Because I have never done it. That's all. That's the only reason why it's hard. So it means that I cannot put a warp in. Well, for now I cannot use warp. Okay? So we're just going to delete this for now. Until we find a better ways, we are not going to use any warp or anything. For now we're just going to keep this cylinder shape. Okay. And now I really have to understand how to create an intriguing shape of tornado. This is really challenging. Holy, hold on. It's harder than I expected. It really is. It's a bit hard. Yeah, I guess the only way for me to do this kind of stuff is layering. But so there's going to be a red tornado here. Right, so this is going to be a base. Okay. So I'm going to make an outer part for now. Oops, wrong layer. Okay. So let's start making other stuff. Because many times, like when I start doing something really new, or something that I'm not very familiar with, there's gonna be like this kind of feelings where it doesn't work out, it doesn't work like you want it to be, or you underestimate how hard it's going to be. The only way that you can combat this issue is just do it. You don't really have any options, really. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But in my case, it had to work. It have to. Because I am not planning to use other programs for this project. I would like to use 100% After Effects for this work. It's gonna be very challenging, considering that many effects are mostly in 3D. It's gonna be very hard, but it is fun. Okay, so I'm going to make dust right now. I'm not going to think much about the distortion and warping. We're just going to figure that out later. I'm pretty sure there's a way for that. Turn this up. Okay. So now we have this. We have the inside and the outside. I don't really like how. Hold on. Let's go to here. Yes. Maybe the camera is too far away. Okay. Uh-huh. $46. Okay. Right, so now I have to change the shape a bit more. Just going to delete this. And let's play with the width a bit. It's now mostly the shape. Most of it is like a shape right now. Gotta find that perfect shape. Okay, I kind of like this scattering effects a bit. Oh, okay, this is nice. I don't want it to be like a too realistic, so we're just going to keep it like this. It's nice. Pretty sure that we have to stylize this later, so I'm just going to focus on getting the shape, getting this tornado up. I would just worry about other stuff later. Does your Colossal class involve animation using After Effects or hand-drawn animations? We both have like this, like an animation using After Effects. It's not an animation though. It's more focused in visual effects stuff. So it's something that I'm doing right now. Yeah. So it's visual effects stuff that you can work or you can utilize with hand-drawn animations. I do have a sections that's going to teach you about the hand-drawn stuff as well. So we have this. Now we can now keep layering, I think. So we need to make a base also. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Why not? So there's going to be like this bottom base right here. No, I think I'm going to work on the tornado first. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit bigger shape. And change the randomized seed. Increase the radius up. Okay. And I'm going to change the seed on the turbulent displays. So it doesn't have the same distortion. Okay, something like that, okay. I have to fix this. Well, we'll do it later. So this is going to be... Okay. I have to change the speed a bit. Let's see. What? Hold on. Oh yeah, my After Effect is tripping. So the outside has to revolve a bit slower. So it's gonna give that dynamic. Okay. Inside. So now we have the outside part and the inside part. Good. Okay. I want the tornado to be a bit more aggressive. So I think I am going to... I can't increase the... Oh yeah, I think I can just play with the height a bit. Yeah. And let's put evolutions in our noise as well. Okay, we're gonna fix this later. Later, yeah, don't really matter right now. Okay. A bit too... This part, it's obstructing the wheel. Let's see, what can we do about that? Or maybe I'm just going to randomize the seed. Oh my god. Okay, wait, what? Let's see, which one seems to be the best? Okay, this one seems nice. Okay. Okay. I'm going to remove the vector blur. Where is it? No, it doesn't have any vector blur. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Just gonna keep it like this for now. And I believe we do need another type of like a movement. So this one we are going to use a circle. Set this to 3D. Okay. And increase the radius. This one. Okay. So this is going to be like a... Do we need this though? We do need this for the base, or no, not the base, like on top of here. Okay, we're just gonna work on top of here first. Let's see. Okay, so it does move in 3D. This is good. My only requirement for my scenes is it needs to be movable in 3D space. Because I'm planning to add like a camera movement to this. คิดว่าเราสามารถจบงานแอนิเมชันใน iPad ได้เลยไหมคะ ได้ครับ เมื่อก่อนที่ผมจะทำตัวอะไรวะ ก่อนที่ผมจะใช้ After Effects ผมก็จบทุกอย่างใน iPad มาก่อนนะทำได้1,000,000%เลยเนี่ยผมบอกได้เลย Circle is a bit too big and to combat like this layering problem I mean if you are lazy you can just put this below everything wait what okay so I cannot do that why though I don't understand what is going on do that do that do that okay I'm done the most dumbest guy alive okay so this does work a bit lazy so I'm just going to yeah it works the same it doesn't have any significance okay like there's another way to make this an actual 3D which is if I can find out where what why are you here oh yeah because like there's another way to do this is you use a linear wipe set this to 0 turn this to 50 it's going to like remove 50% of your work and this one is going to be like an inside and this one you just invert this right and it's going to give you the same effect but it's going to behave like a actual 3D dimensional space but I'm too lazy for that so I'm just going to just do this right it doesn't really matter it looks the same for me okay so this one is going to be like a cloud moving above I'm still thinking maybe I can do it like this okay so I set it like this and I check invert circle it's going to give me this check none and it's going to be a hole right here okay and I'm just going to uncheck this turn this back to 2D and I'm going to use I think this one is better so use a turbulent noise set this on top of circle and set the circle into wait what oh wrong one stencil alpha so it's going to read whatever you put on top of a circle plugin งงกับการแต่งแสงครับพอจะมีโอกาสทำคลิปสอนแต่งแสงใน iPad ไหมคะถ้าใช้พวกโปรเคทแต่งแสงค่อนข้างยากครับเพราะว่าเราต้องทำเฟรม by เฟรมวิธีเดียวที่เราจะทำได้ก็คือเราต้องใช้โปรแกรมตัดต่อช่วยครับตัวนี้เราใช้โปรแกรมตัดต่ออะไรอยู่World only include this part it yeah it still have to so I cannot do it like this okay fine where is the invert there you are check thickness okay good still everything is going to be the same so we just use twirl but instead of that I'm going to use like this the only these sections just twirl it up we are going to make like a cloud twirling or something like that okay so it's turning left to right, so it has to match. I'm not really sure which side it should go. I'm just gonna set it like this for now. Okay, and let's increase the contrast, reduce the brightness. I'm going to check this to cloudy, so it mimics the shape of a cloud. It's not going to be the same, but like, yeah, it's cloudy is the name, so I might as well just use this for making a cloud, you know. Okay, so we make this, right? And I'm going to use a ball action for this. Okay, it's going to be a bit weird. And we do a rotation. So, which side that is. The only problem with the ball action is it's not going to be affected with like the camera lens. Yeah, it doesn't affect. It stays the same. Huh? It does affect. Oh, wow. Okay. So right now we have that. I'm going to move you up and layer you properly. Okay. Turn it to 90 degrees. Or maybe a little bit. I'm going to cheat a bit like that. Okay. Once we have that, we can use a displace and simulate the depth of a cloud. It doesn't look great, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck me. Shit is so hard, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's something that I'm afraid of. It doesn't behave like an actual 3D cloud. You see, since I've started doing visual effects on After Effects for quite a while, one thing that I have noticed is it's going to be very, very hard for you to do like a combinational effects. What I mean by that is if you want to combine many elements into your scene, let's say that you want to make a tornado, and then you want to make a cloud as well. That's going to be a bit hard. You can only focus on one thing. So it's tornado, yeah, you have to do a tornado only. Once you start to include like a cloud or anything else, it's going to be a bit tricky. I think I can still manage this. So just increase this. Okay. It still looks like a cloud to me, so works for now. Okay. Oh yeah, it does look okay. Okay, then I'm going with this. And add a turbulent displace to make the shape a bit more randomized. Yeah. It looks like a spaghetti. What is going on? Huh. Hold on. It's gonna be a bit tricky. Maybe I can play with the sub settings. Yeah, okay, so sub setting works. Going to play with the scale a bit. Okay. Oh, so far so good. We now have like this goofy cloud. Invert, soft linear spline, maybe rocky. Why do I feel like rocky seems to be a little bit better? I don't know. Turbulent sharp. I don't know. มีโปรแกรมตัดต่อแนะนำไหมคะโปรแกรมตัดต่อถ้าตอนนี้ที่ผมนึกออกจะเป็น CapCut อะครับที่เป็นโปรแกรมที่ฟรีอยู่แต่ตอนนี้ CapCut ก็เริ่มมี monetize เข้ามาหมายความว่ามันก็จะเริ่มค่อยๆแย่ลงอะครับ CapCut แล้วก็มี Procreate Dream ครับที่จริงผมก็ไม่ได้ใช้เนาะเพราะว่ามัน เอามาใช้งานกับไตล์ไลน์ที่ผมทำอยู่ไม่ได้ก็เลยไม่ได้ใช้นะครับแต่ว่าถ้าเราอยากจบงานใน iPad ผมคิดว่า Pocket Beam ก็ดีนะเราสามารถที่จะเลื่อนกล้องตัดต่อนู่นตัดต่อนี่ได้ครับดีอยู่ลองใช้ดูได้ครับ my big problem is yeah that's the problem it doesn't behave like 3D that's the problem oh damn it I mean I can kinda yeah and I cannot do anything else with that so I guess this technique is not working right just grab the idea we can keep continuing but it doesn't work so waste of time I'm just going to remove the ball action and just going to use like a normal 3D layer seems to be my best bet right now I am just going to like use any other distortion effects for this instead because like with this I can manipulate this correctly and it behaves like 3D so I can just move the camera and rotate it do whatever okay I guess this is the best way alright fine whatever so we have this I have to change oh I think I forgot to put like polar coordinates that's why it looks really weird polar coordinates so put this on top of twirl Oop. Okay oh yeah that does look good nice okay I'm going to reduce the remove it a bit I changed my mind I'm not going to do anything with that just going to be like this okay and then I can play with the offsets so it's turning left to right so it's had to be this way it's so confusing so the clouds above going to move right yo hello สวัสดีครับokay the clouds above I'm going to use a range to remove this black part okay now increase the fuzziness use a ramp probably I'm just going to use a roughen edge first to make the edge more roughened holy shit so obvious alright nice I don't really like how soft the edge is or maybe it's good kinda good yeah. But it's too soft so something like this okay and then ramp okay radio ramp swap color okay and then I'm going to look at the reference again see the ref okay so yeah something like that and then change the color to red since we are making a red tornado and we have to set this point to the middle Ooh, okay Okay. So now we have this. I'm going to add some evolutions in. Maybe 300. Right. A bit too fast. Like it revolved too fast. Typically, the faster object is going to have a lesser weight, but in this case, I kind of want this to have like a very heavy feeling, so it's going to move a bit slower than the tornado. Okay, I'm going to put the turbulent displays in as well. Twist. Should it be right here? Or maybe inside a circle. Yeah. Do we really need this? That's going to leave it like this for now. Okay. So we have this. We have the center of our tornado. We have this top part. Right. So let me try something. We're going to start actually twisting this so it match with my layouts. And I'm going to try and see if it's... Oh my god, the twist is like... Okay, so it's gonna be a bit tilted up. Upwards. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so turn up. Okay. I have to change this angle. If I turn up the camera. Okay. I guess I can create another camera. Okay. This is the second camera. Turn off. And the first one is going to be like the main one that we are going to be using. Like, but if we are doing like an edits or like we want to add something, then we're going to use this second camera. Okay. So this one, hold on, why are you like this? Why are you out of? Why are you bending like that? What? I don't know. It's probably my drawing. Yeah, I guess it's my drawing. It doesn't match the perspective. Whatever. So I'm just going to try my best to match something like there. Nope. A bit more. Okay, there. And then use the C. So this move, it's away. I kind of... Oh, I think you have to move it away. Okay. This is so... Oh, okay, so it's the x-axis. Okay. It's a bit confusing. Okay, like that. Y, nope. Wrong side. Okay. This kind of works. I have to move the camera in a bit. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. So I have already had this camera angle, so I can just like zoom in and out, do whatever I want with that. So I'm going to use the second camera, and now we're going to add more stuff in. So the second camera, move out, move out, move out. Okay, now we're going to continue to add stuff. Second camera, however, I'm going to change the lens to 28, so it won't have a lot of distortion. Okay, now I have to make more cloud, a bit more clouds on top. And this one, circle. Non-invert. I'm going to change this custom view to camera 1. Okay. So now we can kind of see what's going on here. Okay. So now we have this goofy little cloud formation. Okay. I'm gonna hit save first. This one is going to be like a you change the subsettings. I'm going to increase more. No, not increase. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So it's you. This is actually a cloud, so holy, what is going on? Alright. So make it a bit darker, because the center part is going to be where it's the brightest. Okay. Can we play with this? We can. Okay. And change the seed. Boop. So it's going to have like a different rotations. I think I'm going to put the feather in our circle. Nice. Okay, so it's going to be more like a cloud. Put a feather into. Okay. But since we are using a feather plus the roughen edge, it's not going to be like a normal feather, but it's going to be like this soft alpha, yet you are going to still see a little bit of a texture. Kind of feel like it has to be a bit closer. So it's you. Going to reduce the scale a bit. Like so. Increase the brightness. Yeah. And then I have to make this entire part to be covered in a cloud. How will I do it? Maybe I can create a new solid, but change everything to like 3000s. Not sure will it be enough to cover everything. We'll see. Okay. Turn this to 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Put this up. Go up. And this one has to be layered properly. For you here. Alright. Let's see. Going to use a second camera to. Why are you. What? Oh, yeah, it's too big. Okay. So even 3000 is not enough. Yeah, I think I can just do that. Okay. Boop. Okay. So this is going to be the cloud. All of this is a cloud. Okay. So let's put it in our fractal, nope, not fractal noise. I'm just going to copy all of this. Copy and paste. Holy moly. And gotta change the swirl. Everything, put this away. Put a circle away. Because it doesn't match. Put the garden ramp away. Nope, I cannot put that away. Change the ramp position. Okay. I'm just going to let this one run. Change it to quarter. Okay. Nope, not you. You. Brother. Okay, never mind. Fine. Okay, so now we have that. Still have to make a little bit of a circle right there. Circle. Put a circle in here. Okay. We have this one and invert circle. All right. And then I have to match the gotta match the height. I'm going to turn off snapping. Okay, something like that. And this circle set this to stencil alpha. Right. Let's see. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Or I can just use a circle. Sure, can work. Do it like that, and keep layering. think it doesn't work because the canvas size is not the same. So our only option is to it's not a great option either, because you cannot really increase this and expect it to have like the same quality unless you pre-comp it. Maybe you can pre-comp this. Maybe you can. I don't know. Save. I think I'm just going to pre-comp this and then, yeah, we'll see. It's moving too quick. Right, only here is good enough. $100. Okay. I have to change the part as well. Hold on. Wait, I made it the wrong side. Hold on. This part. What? Which side? Left to right. Okay, so it's left to right. Okay, it's reducing this number. Okay. Okay. I actually made it throw the wrong way, I think. Let's see. It has to be this way. Going the wrong way. Okay. So now I have to make this part of the clouds. So it's pretty much just like keep layering on top of each one another. Change the seed. And on the inside, it's going to move a bit quicker. So like that. Okay. So now we have this. And then the only thing that we have to do next is try to connect the top and the bottom. It's probably the hardest one yet. So my plan right now is maybe we can use some kind of like a vector blur, blobulize glass, or anything that's going to blend two shapes together. Still not really sure. I think I'm just going to figure this out. this is going to be like a dust. Probably the dust part, I'm going to use a gradient. So black part is going to be below, and then I'm going to use the multiply. I'm not really sure which side it should be. Probably from the top. Yeah. It's going to do that from the top. I have to fix this part as well. This one is okay. Not really. This has to be a bit smaller. Okay. I'm now going to try to connect everything together. With this part below, I am going to like get some tree assets to like cover this part up. Okay, so the only part that we have to fix is this, I think. Then we can move on. I have to actually start put some label group in. Okay. I'm going to move this up a bit. So it's going to create a little bit of that depth that most 2D works lacks. Like especially if you like doing everything in After Effects. It's going to be one problem, which is a depth. Or should we move this up? Just a little bit. And then I'm going to duplicate another layer. This one is going to be really big, right here. Change the seed. Okay, so this one is going to be below, right here. Oh, okay, it gives that nice depth effect. They're so pixelated. Holy shit, this is like on full. Okay, first let me try. So pre-comp move everything. So it's going to mess everything up, but if I use a camera, it's going to stay the same. And with this, I can put in a roughen edge. Right, so that's going to fix the pixelated issues. Yeah, kinda. Yep. Okay. So I can do this, but I have to make sure that I am okay with the camera and stuff. So I'm just not going to do it for now. I just would like to test whether it's working or not. So move this down. Probably move it closer to the camera as well. Alright. So on this part. Should it be up or down? Probably down somewhere right there. Right. Okay, so this is looking much better. And I am pretty sure that if we start stacking layers after layers after layers, it's going to look even better. But I have to be aware that too much, don't try to do it too much, because if it's too much, then you won't be able to see anything at all. So I'm just gonna turn this up a bit. Right, and the camera is going to move, but I'm not going to do it just yet. But like, it's going to like track back a bit. Is this my final project fully? And why is the reason? I'm planning to make this to be an actual cut in my work. So like, what is it for? It's for my university. Because, well, I'm on my 4th year and we need to make like a mini project. So we have like an internship. So I have an intern with the compositing part of the production. So I have to do something that is in some way that can prove that, yeah, I'm doing a compositing and I'm learning this, blah blah blah, I'm working on this. Yeah. All of this is just for my college, and that's it. It's not finished by any means. It's just more like a demo. If it works, then I'm just going to fully use this. I might make a little bit of like a tweaks when I start an actual production. Like, I'm pretty sure that there has to be a lot of like tweaks in the work. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. I am. There's one thing that I would like to try. I lied. There's nothing that I want to try at all. I'm going to change the color a bit. Okay. So it's going to be the mood is going to be a bit dark. Okay. So it's going to be like a dark clouds up above, and on the below there's going to be like this big tornado. I think I have to fill this part as well. Let's do that. Where is... I have to start naming my layers. I keep neglecting this and I cannot find the layer. Okay, so I have to fill this up. Maybe if I put this... Yeah, okay, it's a bit better. One of my inspiration for this cut is obviously from Evangelion, like the doll of golf, is that the name, like a golf. I want to make something like that, but you know, in my context, it has to be a tornado. A lot of tweaks are needed, I think. But we now have a cloud, a body of a tornado, a lot of like stuff that we have to like make some distortion here. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more stuff. So first, I am going to change my screen because I would like to add some materials in. Hold on. I'm going to add like a planet here. So my work is like in a fantasy. It's a bit of like a sci-fi plus fantasy stuff. There's not like there are no actual story in my work. Pretty much just like visual effects galore. That's pretty much it. Okay, so here I bring 4K texture of a planet. I'm not sure what this planet is, but my only reason for this is to use it with a sphere. Right, so it's going to give me this goofy little planet. Okay, and with this I can toggle 3D layer. You should not toggle 3D layer with this, but the reason I did this because I want to have that camera distortion effects, which is if you just use like this, it doesn't have like any distortions. So my work, I typically use like a wide lens, which is this one. It's 15 millimeters. It's a bit wide. Where is So you're gonna be very, very large. Something like that. You're gonna be up here. You're gonna be very big. Okay. Something like that. Okay. A bit too big, but okay. And let's go to the lighting. Change the directions of the light height, so it cover my entire planet. I experiment and I found out that if you make like your planet to have like this shadings, it's going to look really cool. I don't know why. It looks cool. So it's gonna be like something like that. Okay. Probably move it bit deeper into my scenes because it's a bit further away, something like that. And then I'm just going to sheet with a scale instead. This is going to create a difference once you start holding a camera, and you're going to see like this parallax effects like that. Yeah. So the planet is not going to move because obviously it's really far away, but anything that is closer to the camera is going to start moving. So this is what I'm planning to do. Okay, nice. And oh yeah. I forgot, I thought like I did not change the screen of my live stream. Okay, and for this planet, I'm going to change your color to red. So we see color vibrance, change it to red. It's a blood moon, baby. Even though like this might not be a moon at all. I don't know what this planet is. Just yoink this from Google. And if you use a CC sphere, good thing with this is you can rotate this. So it's going to move like in actual 3D stuff. I'm going to move this just a little bit. You don't want to use any expression on this because it's really sensitive. Even though like you put like time and then you like exclamation mark and then 10. Is that an exclamation mark? No, it's not exclamation mark. Like this one. This symbol, this star symbol. And even though you put 10, it's going to move really fast, so I don't use it. Okay, there's a little bit of that movement. So my scene is not dead. It's a bit unrealistic because, well, usually it won't move at all. It moves really slowly. I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Yeah. Just a little bit to be able to see that, yeah, it's moving. Okay, okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's going to be covered. Maybe a bit bigger. Ooh. maybe a bit like this. Okay. Yeah, and there is going to be like a cloud. Should there be a cloud above? I don't think realistically I don't think you will be able to see. So there's going to be like a mountain right here. Well, let's make a mountain first then. So the mountain has to be on top. Oh, there's gonna be like a below one. So this one. Rocky. Okay. It mimics the shape of like an actual mountain. It's really great. We have that. Ball action. My favorite plugins. Okay, and then I'm going to start twisting. Before that, I would like to try. It kind of sticks. Okay, so it does work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Twist angle, rotations. So I'm going to rotate this. And then, how do I move it down? Hold on. Oh, right, yeah. Well, realistically, you won't be able to see the ground. Because in this angle, there's like, it's built up. The only part that you're going to be able to see like are like, I guess nothing. Yeah, okay, fine. Then we're not doing that. Okay, then so we're just going to work on this tree later on. I'm just going to now start focusing on this part right here. So first thing first, let's try to group everything. So you are going to be in purple. No, it's too hard to see. Cyan. Okay. Okay, so 4 of you. Should I pre-comp this? Not sure. But it needs to have like a distortion. Probably a warp. Or maybe a warp. Bezier warp. Okay. So Bezier warp is good because you can make any shapes that you want. Don't think it's working. Or maybe we change. No, I'm not going to change anything. It has to be a tornado. Because it's the only effects that I have never tried. So it has to be this. I'm going to layer this a bit more then. So this one is going to be red. So there's gonna be like a fire below. Going to reduce the complexity of the shape down. Should I do that though? Because the tornado is not in a close range. So the further away, the more smaller the detail is going to be. So if we decided to like reduce the complexity, it means that it's going to look very cartoony. So I think if we just do this. There should be a bit more turbulent stuff on top of here, I think. The cloud has to be thicker. Hello. Hello, hello. Right. We have that. I have to actually duplicate it. How do I make this shape though? Okay. Well, then I guess our tornado, like this one, we can use the, where is it? I guess we can use a ramp for this. Okay. It's gonna be like that. And we can use a blend with original to get a little bit of this texture back. And then we see wyverns again to turn this to more reddish color. Okay. Now we have that. Gotta work on this again. Maybe we can use this. on top. To be right here. Change the seed. And then increase the brightness up. It's gonna be very thick. That's holy fuck. Hold on. It's too thick. Okay, something like that. Change the color. Should it be darker or brighter? Let's try brighter. It doesn't look great. So I guess maybe we can change the color. Maybe? Any color works? Anything? I tend to use only one color in my work. So it's really monochromatic. It's not a really good thing. It's not a bad thing either, but like, I mean, the amount of usage that I'm doing is concerning. Maybe we can use a fast box blur. Okay, put this on top of the roughen edge, because once we blur it, the edge is not going to be consumed. Oh. Change the speed. No, it's this part is in the middle. Interesting. But it has to be slower. I'm going to make another circle right here. Kind of like the stylization of this. And then I am going to do the lazy way of layering. So I'm just going to mask it out. Nope, my lazy way doesn't work. Fine. So we use linear wipe. Turn this to 0. 50. So this is going to be top part and the bottom part. Right, now we can layer this properly. Nice. So now there are a lot of stuff going on the scene compared to the first like a few minutes where it doesn't have anything. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good evening. And I am going to change the seed once again. I should not do this. I should set everything first, then put it here. And now all my layers are like convoluted. So right here, change the seed. Boop. Okay, increase the brightness. I want this to be really, really thick. And I lied. I don't want this to be too much thick. Going to play with the top settings a bit. It's all about layering. Yeah, I think almost every effects are layering. It's gonna be good, it's not going to be good, it all depends on layering. I'm going to hide that theme with this. Right, so it's going to like match. It's going to change the color to match this as well. hiding the seams. It's probably going to be nice if I use more brightness. Nope, not you. Okay, hiding that seams. I'm going to turn this to only one view. Okay. Oh, turn off the draft 3D as well. Now we have that. Okay, we're hiding the seams. Great. Okay, I'm just going to let it play for a while and I'm going to see the results. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. That's gonna be a problem. This part doesn't spin. Why are you not spinning? Hello? Yeah, I forgot to animate this. What? It's so blurry. Why? Too much brightness? Too less too less contrast. Okay. Because I increased the brightness up. And the circle feathers a bit too much, I think. Okay, still that seam. Holy moly. Okay, nice. A bit better. I think I'm going to make a more darker circle. Let's see. Dark circle. Okay, so it's going to create a contrast between lights and darks and lights and dark. Okay, I kind of think that this part is too big. Where are you? Where are you? It has to be on top. Nope. Where? quick search, quick search, quick search. Okay, there you are. Oh. So there it is. Okay, so this one has to be set up a bit like there, and then increase the contrast up. Nope. Reduce the brightness. Yeah. Okay. I have to fix this one a bit. Nope, not you. Where? Okay, there you are. This part. Okay. I think setting this to black cloud looks a bit better, but it's really obstructing. Yeah, it's too much, I think. My PC specs? PC specs. Let me find that. Hold on. I use Intel i7 14700 KF for CPU. I have I have a lot of like a memory, a RAM. I think I have like 128 gigabytes of RAM, and I have not NVIDIA, like a RTX 4060, and then 1 terabyte of storage. I don't really like this middle part. Turn on circle. Okay. have to make this change the texture of that a bit. How long have I been learning? Around 1 year of like doing compositing and stuff. But I have been drawing for a while. I have been drawing for like 5 years. So some of the knowledge about compositing, not compositing, like composition, color theory, and general drawing techniques, yeah, I have been familiar with that. So now we have that. Rolling on the wrong side though. How do I change that? Whee! Right. So I guess the the only thing that I have to work on now is to get some methods, like some trees to like cover this space up. I think I'm going to get some trees. Well, the shape of the the tornado is not, well, it's still not something that I'm trying to achieve. Far from it, I think. But like, yeah, this is a very good base that I can develop furthermore. So I'm going to keep it like that for now. So I use the dancing oops. So I use dancing the soft to mimic the shape of a dust. It'll be like a little bit of that small particle blowing out. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Okay, let's see. I don't like how this part is. to start randomize all of these turbulent displays so it doesn't look as uniform. Okay. I'm gonna turn the camera up a bit. The moon is not moving at all, like at all. Probably because it's really far away, but like I wanted to at least move it a little. You would have to come back a bit. Please, come back. Thank you. Come back. Okay. Good job. Okay, I'm going to start animating a camera now. And once I've finished doing the cameras, then I think I'm going to call it a day. Let's see. Zoom in a bit more. Right, let's see. Play. A lot of stuff has to be worked, but I think I would need to do it off screen because it's going to take like until morning to finish this. Right, the moon is... Planet is looking really bad. Hold on. How old am I? I am. I forgot my age. Around 21. Yeah, I'm 21. Okay. Well, there are a lot more stuff that we have to work, but I think we have to call it a day. So by far we have created this cloud, but well, there are some more stuff that I have to add, especially like some more elements to this. This black hole, not black hole, like this typhoon thing. Gotta play with this a bit more. Okay. So I'm going to just leave it playing like this. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for our stream today. Let me see. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Once I finish this, I typically post my work on my Twitter, so be sure to check that out. I'm pretty sure that many of you have come from my Twitter. Alright. So thank you, and yeah, see you. I got some more stuff to do as well. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week. Bye bye. Well, I have to work on this pixelated stuff. And later, yeah, we're just going to finish it later. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. See you. Thank you so much. สวัสดีครับไปแล้วผมต้องหนีไปทำงานแล้วล่ะทุกคนเขารอผมอยู่ แล้วผมหนีมันไร โอเคสวัสดีครับบ๊ายบายบ๊ายบายฝันดีจ้าไว้เจอกันสัปดาห์หน้าครับบ๊ายบายวิไม่มีหน้าปิดอะทำไงวะกลับไปหน้าแรกแล้วกัน